So it has been a happy couple of months without them talking about Tears of the Kingdom. We have been happy. I've been happier that I didn't have to mention this game every day. You know, as much I have never played Tears of the Kingdom, but the hate for this specific game is just on a new level. Was that's on a new level. Okay, when I was younger, I was told by 90s kids that Zelda was the greatest franchise ever. That Zelda was always such a great series, an amazing series. But then, it's ironic that these same, actually, people on this side are anonymous, so that the same people who praised games like Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and called Zelda basically one of the greatest Nintendo franchises of all time, now all of a sudden are saying on the newer games, I guess the Halo syndrome has caught up to the Zelda fans. What I'm talking about is basically like Halo, the Bungie games. Everybody loves those games. Okay, you gotta be a fool if you do not. Okay, and heck, you can even might include Halo 4 of this because Halo 4 they try to keep true gameplay wise to the Bungie games as much as possible while trying to do new things. And then Halo 5 and Halo Infinite, though, so far different from Halo 1 to 3. It's very crazy that they are. Okay, but you know and it's the same thing with like Paper Mario, Sonic. Nostalgia is basically a very tough pill, and it's very hard when they try to bring back it when they continue when the series is as raw great as Zelda or Pokemon or any sort of series that there is a divide between older and newer fans. And I think most of the hate towards Tears of the Kingdom is from older fans because they don't like the art style of the game. They don't like, how the game is too similar to Zelda Breath of the Wild, how the game is basically when Mario Galaxy 2 released, these guys will sit it on that game too. We're being quote unquote DLC. But again, Mario Galaxy 2 was created before DLC was a big thing. Okay? But if Mario Galaxy 2 was released today, same people will have said it on that game too, will have said Mario Galaxy 2 is the worst game ever and stuff like that. And yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. But okay, wait, actually, yeah. This game will not exist! What the heck is wrong with Nintendo? And yeah, these people are absolutely ridiculous. Like if you like Tears of the Kingdom or you don't like Tears of the Kingdom, that's fine. Okay, you have your right to dislike Tears of the Kingdom, but when you go onto social media, basically just trashing Tears of the Kingdom for no reason and attacking newer Zelda fans or going after newer Zelda fans, saying, "How can you buy the $70 DLC?" When Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are the two games that made Zelda a mainstream franchise. Because before that, Zelda was a more niche franchise. Zelda was not the big franchise it is today that everybody knows besides 90s kids and people who played Zelda games. Okay, because before that, Zelda games was never the 10 plus million seller franchise it was. Okay, a lot of Nintendo IPs have become more popular in the Switch era. And that's just a fact because the Switch expanded the fan bases of many of these franchises. For example, Pikmin was a niche IP that very few people knew about besides me and a few others, but Pikmin has exploded in popularity since Pikmin 4. You either love or hate Pikmin 4. The change is Pikmin 4, like, me personally, I think Pikmin 4 is too easy, and I don't like the fact that enemies don't respawn to overworld, but it introduced so many people, new people, to the series and some of the newer super fans, guess what? You could buy all the Pikmin games on the Switch, okay? Or for example, if you want to play the older Zelda games, there is a Nintendo Switch Online where you can play games like Ocarina of Time for free. Okay, you don't have to pay a single dime for it. Okay, we're really at arguably the best era of Nintendo. So, for example, if you're a Pikmin fan, you could literally buy the whole series of Pikmin on the Switch. You could really just buy the whole series on the Switch. Yes, it may cost you a certain amount of money because unless you want to wait for whenever Nintendo does a sale on the Switch and hope and play Pikmin for sale, well, most of the time, Nintendo, you know, I don't know about Best Buy and stuff because I know Best Buy like GameStop, they try to keep the games at full price as much as possible. You know why? It's because they're greedy. But yeah, that's about this video here. So basically, Tears of the Kingdom. I think people should be more appreciative of games like Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild because without Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, Zelda will not be as selling as much as it is. Okay, Zelda wouldn't be selling as much as Pokemon, which is something that you have never heard of at all. Zelda outselling Pokemon? You serious? Pokemon's way bigger than Zelda, and I think Zelda this generation resubmitted itself in Nintendo's Big Three. Okay, people were really questioning, is Zelda really part of Nintendo's Big Three? And basically the whole Big Three comes from that freaking GameCube thing, but people are questioning that. Yes, Mario and Pokemon are definitely a part of Nintendo's Big Three, but what is the third biggest franchise? Animal Crossing, maybe, because Animal Crossing, and yes, but I think Zelda resubmitted itself. I think Pokemon should definitely be in Nintendo's Big Three, obviously. Because of how much the merchandise sells, how much the games sell. Even if the game's a complete set, they still sell 20 million copies. But, yeah, that's about this video. And I think people should be more appreciative towards Tears of the Kingdom. I think definitely over the past couple of months, the hate of Tears of the Kingdom has definitely died down and stopped. Okay, people have finally decided to finally move on from this game. I think that's a good thing, not a bad thing. Goodbye.